We have told you that the Obama administration has handed out more than 1,300 health care waivers, exempting companies, including many unions, from implementing the president's health care plan. Now, a bombshell finding, it turns out that 20% of the latest waivers in the month of April went to businesses in Nancy Pelosi's congressional district. Former American Medical Association President Dr. Donald J. Palmisano is here. He's also the author of a new book called On Leadership, Essential Principles for Business, Political, and Personal Success. Good morning to you, Doctor.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so 20% of the latest healthcare waivers went to gourmet restaurants, nightclubs, and fancy hotels in Nancy Pelosi's district. What do you think of that?
Well, it wouldn't happen by chance. A statistician would tell you that.
You're right about that.
And it's evidence that this law is a failure. This is a burdensome law. It's top-heavy, and it price fixes, and it's going to destroy the practice of medicine.
Okay, what do you think's going on here? People in her district are getting a sweetheart deal from the government?
Well, you know, I think it needs to be investigated why that happened, because statistically it just doesn't happen that way. Right. And, you know, they say a page of history is worth more than a volume of rhetoric. So the American public's tired of the rhetoric. They want to see some action, and they're tired of the hubris and the power approach that people in Washington, as I say in the book, it's time for a new generation of leaders.
Well, if you've got all these companies saying, look, we can't afford to implement the president's health care plan, isn't that an admission this is not a good plan?
Well, absolutely. And even this Accountable Care Organization, the majority of large clinics are saying they can't participate with these new regulations, these burdensome regulations. I mean, this law is over 2,400 pages, 2,700 if you put it all together. And now the regulations, there'll probably be multiple pages of regulation for every page in the law. Right. And it's just over. Think of Gulliver being tied up. And this law will restrict patients' access. There's a plan in Congress, the Patient Empowerment Act, Medicare Empowerment Act, where patients could negotiate with their doctors regardless of what the patient pays. And then there's this IPAP, this new, and President Obama says he wants to put more emphasis on that, where they're going to price fix even more, and Congress won't even be involved unless they want to override it. So this law is a disaster and needs to be removed. The best thing that could happen is put everybody in Congress, put them on Medicaid. They put millions on Medicaid, sure. and they think they're helping people. That's a false promise. What they need to do is not to take them off of that great congressional plan, put them on Medicaid, would fix the law immediately. Yeah,
they don't have a Cadillac plan. They've got a Rolls-Royce plan in Congress. Here's what former Speaker Pelosi says regarding this waiver thing. It is pathetic that there are those who would be cheering for Americans to lose their minimum health coverage or see their premiums increase for political purposes. We should also point out that in the last month as well, 31 unions asked for waivers as well.
It's just a sign this law is a failure. I mean, why would you need all of these waivers now? They rushed this law through. They didn't have transparency. And then even President Obama says surgeons operate and cut off a leg for $30,000 to $50,000 rather than trying to save it. And the American College of Surgeons and other groups wrote a letter protesting that type of rhetoric. That's not right. What we need is straightforward courage, do your homework, don't give up, and integrity that pushes the truth out to the people. The American public has now said we've had enough of this. The apathy has turned into activism, and we're seeing changes.
He's a lawyer. He's a doctor. He's an author. Donald J. Palmisano, we thank you very much.
It's a privilege to be with you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye-bye.
Have a great day.
Thanks.
All right.
Okay.
Straight